Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's a very quick review for a new pod kit from Smok. It's going to be of course this one, the ACRO pod kit. Now the ACRO is going to be really small, I must say. It's going to be a really thin pod, showing it more when you're up close. It's going to have a 1000 mAh battery built in obviously. This one though has got a small screen. It can be adjusted from 5 watts to 25 watts. And it does have airflow control. These pods, you can refill them, but you can't change the coil. It's a fixed coil. You just refill it several times. When it's bad, just throw the whole pod away and put in a new one. What we'll do first, go down, open the box, show the kit, show the pod, come back up top, and we'll talk about the ACRO from Smok. Okay, here we got the box for the ACRO kit from Smok. On the front, picture device itself, tells you mine's green silver, usual nicotine warning there. I've already opened this box. Inside it, we're going to get a few things. Going to get a little QR card and a little QR scanner. A little Smok card. This is telling you that this will be chargeable at 1 amp. Going to get a little user manual, obviously, in multiple languages. And we'll get a micro USB-C charge cable as well. Put it all to one side. Inside this box as well, you can get 2 pods. These pods are pre-fit coils. You can't change the coils, but you can refill them. They're both the same. They're both with a 0.8 ohm mesh coil, rated between 12 and 15 watts. But yeah, they're both the same. Got this one filled up already. I'm not going to fill this one, because I'm going to give this to a friend after this review. For these pods, I will say now, they're really thin. The whole device is quite a thin device, I must say. It's nice and thin. The mouthpiece is quite comfortable. They will hold 2 mils of e-liquid. On this side here, you've got a little rubber tab. Just pull it open. And there's where your little fill hole. Fill up the juice. I will say that with my juice, I use a 70-30 VG-PG. When I'm filling this one up, this first top pot fills first. It takes quite a while to get past this coil down here. So don't fill it too fast. Fill it half first. Let it sort of slowly drip down into this section. And then top it off. Because that coil inside is quite thick. It's almost the same diameter as a pod itself. So using a thicker juice, usually like a 50-50 might be easier. 70-30, like I said, it does pool up in this first half and then it slowly works its way down here. The mouthpiece, like I said, is nice and thin. Quite comfortable in the mouth. It's quite a small little bore there. On the bottom there will be your contact points and your air intake. Good look at the device itself. Yeah, and here we are with the ACRO device itself. Like I said, mine's going to be silver. It's silver on the front and the back, but the main bodywork is going to be black zinc alloy. It says Smok. Got your fire button or on and off button. On the bottom here will be your USB-C charge point. On this side, it does say ACRO, CE mark, don't dispose on bin, and battery. This will be a 1000 mAh battery. At the top part here, you do have airflow. You can see there's 3 little slots, 1, 2 and 3. Slide it over, you can turn it down to 2, turn it down to 1, and then turn it all the way off. This airflow control is working really well, I must say. It's going to be a nice loose mouth to lung to a slightly restricted direct to lung. On the inside here, can't quite see it, there's going to be 2 contact points, 2 magnets, there's a little air port there. This device is going to be dual use. You can either button fire it, auto draw. So this side here will be a little screen, up and down for your wattage. So 5 clicks on, it comes up with Smok, tells you the version number. And on the screen you've got the wattage, the ohm resistance, the time you last puffed it for, the battery status and the puff count. This goes in 1 watt increment, goes down to 5, 1 more click, goes to 25 and round robins. So it goes all the way up from 5 to 25 in 1 watt increment. The puff counter you can see here, it says 0. If I put my pod in, when you first put a pod in, you got to press fire once and it will register the pod. So it's going to be a 0.84 ohm coil. Puff counter is going to be 0. Going to take a few vapes, going to go to 12 watts. A quick vape. As you can see there, I took 2 puffs, it shows 2. The thing is with this one though, when you turn it off, and then back on again, it doesn't store your puff counter. That puff counter resets to 0 every time you turn it off. That might be a bad feature for some people, if you want to sort of keep an eye on how many times you're vaping it during the day. If you're using it all the time, it will store it. I think it's going to be a 3-digit number in total, but the moment you turn it off, it will reset back to 0. If you press the fire button 3 times quickly, it goes to air fire only. In air fire only, it's only going to be draw activated. This is just going to be on and off, not the fire button. 3 more clicks, then it goes to dual fire, so they can either auto draw or fire with the button. That's going to be it really for the device itself. It's a nice simple device. Like I said, it's quite thin. I put the dimensions here for this device. But yeah, it is a nice thin device. I do like the fact they've managed to get a screen in here, adjustable wattage on a small device like this. So yeah, that's going to be the Smok Acro. Let's go up top, have a quick talk about this one. So yeah, back up top with the Acro. It's the same coil obviously in the same pod. Firing this one at 12 watts, quick vape. That's with me firing with a button. Press it 3 times. Make it auto draw. Try the auto draw. I will say with this one, the auto draw is really responsive. It fires straight away every time. With the airflow closed almost all the way down. Straight away. And the airflow wide open. Again, straight away. Some of these pod kits with the auto draw, they don't sometimes fire straight away. You got to suck a bit harder. This one, the Acro, I will say it is working really well. I personally prefer the button fire. Like so. And I prefer this one fully open. Going to go over the device itself, the good and bad. There's a lot of good points about the device itself. It is going to be, like I showed you, a really small form factor, really thin. They packed a lot of features in this one, with it being adjustable wattage from 5 to 25 watts. It is going to be USB-C charge on this one. It does charge in about an hour, more or less. It is going to be 1 amp charge. The screen, it's only going to be small, but it's really easy to read, really clear, even in the daylight. And like I said, the auto draw works really well. The button fire, again, works really well. The only bad thing I will say about the pod itself will be if you want to keep an eye on how much you vape during the day, when you turn this device off, like I showed you, it will clear the puff counter. Not sure why they've done that. I would have liked to just stay there. Maybe you could hold it and it would change it or clear it. But this one, like I said, when you turn it off, that puff counter is wiped out. Got one more vape. Gonna go over the pods. The pods will be the bad point about this whole kit. The device itself, not got any really bad points apart from the puff counter. But the pods, a few issues. It is going to be really small, thin pod like I said. But that being thin causes it a slight issue. If you're filling this one with a high VG juice, like I showed you, open a little bung on the pod, fill it up. If fill up the first half of the pod, you got to wait for the juice to get past the coil before you can fill up the second part. If you got like a 50-50 juice, it won't be so bad, but you can't fill this one quickly. It does fill easy and not under any sort of mess with it, but you've got to do it slowly. After a few times when you've used it, that juice flows more quicker. But from new, it's a bit of a pain in the ass to fill it, I must say. Another bad point will be the coils. They're not changeable. It is going to be what it is. They've got a 0.8 ohm coil. You've got 2 pods. I don't know if they do any other ohms with this device. If they do, I would wish they gave you a different pod, maybe a 1.2 and a 0.8. But that's going to be if Smok do actually do other pods. If not, it's not a bad point. You do get 2 of them in the box. both 0.8 ohm, both mesh. My last bad point will be the flavour though. Quick vape. I do use pod kits, but I use mainly pod kits that have an RBA coil that you can rebuild. This one, like I said, it's built in. I have had a few kits in the last year with built-in coils with better flavour. And this one, it's going to be a shame in a way. It's a mesh coil, it's a 0.8 ohm, but the flavour on this one isn't bad, but it's not great. It's going to be just average flavour. For me, it's going to be about a 6 or 6.5 at the most for flavour. My juice in here is going to be my Banana Foster from Mount Baker Vapor. I can taste what it is. When I vape this on a different device, I get more flavour. I can taste the flavours more defined. This one, the flavour is going to be slightly muted. If you are a new vapor, you may not notice a difference. But if you've already been using drippers and RTAs, you might find a flavour on this Smok Acro a bit lackluster and a bit muted. So the bad points are going to be mainly about the pod and the coil, not the device itself. The device I do like I said, it's going to be small, form factor, really thin, really pocket friendly. Just wish these coils were in a slightly bit better. I have filled this pod now 5 times, so I've given it time to break in the coil. That flavour hasn't changed. It's been the same all the way through, slightly muted. It is flavourful, but like I said, it's not giving me the high notes of my juices that I'm used to. So yeah, that's been my thoughts on the Smok Acro. I have seen this in the UK for between £20 and £25. You can buy these pods in packs of 3, between £7 and £8.50. I've seen them on various sites, so shop around in the UK. It's going to be a nice device. It's just, for me personally, not doing it for flavour. For functions and features, really good. For the flavour, just average. Guys and girls, hope you liked the video. Did like the video, want to give me a thumbs up. Disliked it, give me a thumbs down. If you're new to me, not seen me before, why not hit the subscribe button down below to see more from me. And yeah, I'll see you all on the next one.